If I got in a relationship because you stood me up 3 times, it's because you stood me up 3 times.
But you had
me there, you had me feeling like we were gonna do something, and then you act like you didn't want to do nothing. And you ain't gonna get off.
And we never...
Because there's plenty of people that's out there that's waiting.
You didn't have to say that.
No, I'm
because
saying
then
that
we both could say that.
You were dealing with other people. Why is it wrong for me to say I had other people interested in me? You saying don't do that?
Oh my God, I don't want to talk about this no more because you're gonna stick to what you're saying and I'm gonna stick to how I'm feeling and it's not gonna end well. Then you're gonna be mad and there's no reason to be mad because we're here now and we have a baby and we married.
Brat just walked out of court holding full custody of her baby and left Judy in total shock. After all the couple's lovey-dovey posts and public support, fans are now scrambling to understand what went wrong. How did this powerful love story turn into a courtroom war? And why is Judy completely silent now? You won't believe what's been leaking behind the scenes. Brat and Judy's love story started out like a dream. People were so happy for them, especially seeing how public they were about their relationship. They smiled together on red carpets, held hands during interviews, and even showed the world their journey into motherhood. Even though people had things to say about their age difference or Judy's past, the two of them always stood strong together. They were one of the few couples in the hip-hop world that looked unbreakable. But what fans didn't know was that tension had started building in private. Some close sources say Judy was becoming more controlling, especially when it came to money and how their baby was shown online. At the same time, Brat began pulling back. She stopped posting as much and seemed quieter. It wasn't until later that people realized there had been growing tension about parenting. They weren't agreeing on who should take the lead at home, and that clash eventually broke everything. Then came the breakup announcement or lack of one. Judy didn't say much, but she posted a short and mysterious Instagram story. Peace is better than pretending. Most fans thought it was just a bump in the road. Nobody expected what happened next. Brat filed for full custody out of nowhere. It all happened so fast. The case was rushed, sealed, and no one gave a public statement. Judy said nothing. Brat didn't either. But the silence made everything louder. According to leaked documents, Brat had some serious concerns. She claimed Judy was emotionally unstable and tried to keep her away from her support system. That shocked a lot of people because the couple had always seemed close and united. When the day came for the court decision, Brat showed up strong. People in the courtroom say she was emotional but also focused. You could tell she had been planning this for a while. The judge gave her full legal and physical custody of their baby. But something in the wording stood out to people. Judy's visitation rights were left pending further review. That got people talking. Was Judy a danger to the baby? Why would a judge delay something like that? Some fans thought Judy just gave up. Others wondered if she was caught off guard. And then a court insider dropped a bombshell. There was a surprise witness who spoke in support of Brat. Nobody knows who it was, but it might have been a family member. That detail alone had people spinning theories. After the court ruling, the reactions from their families added more fuel to the fire. Judy's mother stopped following Brat on Instagram just hours after the news came out. On the other side, Brat's sister made a pointed post about protecting children from toxic people. Judy's side didn't release any official comments. She quietly deleted pictures of the baby from her page, and fans noticed immediately. Some think she's preparing to tell her side of the story in a big way. Maybe an interview, maybe something bigger. Even with all this, Brat has stayed quiet. She hasn't thrown any shade. She just keeps posting pictures with her baby and saying things like, "Peace over chaos." That quiet confidence is what made fans believe there's more to the story. Meanwhile, the internet couldn't stay quiet. Twitter lit up. One person tweeted, "Judy lost Brat in custody? That's gotta hurt." Someone else posted, "I knew something was off when Judy kept posting thirst traps while Brat was in the hospital." Reddit went deep, pulling out old interviews and clips to figure out when things started going bad. Some fans blamed Judy for trying to make money off their baby's image. Others believe she was too controlling and treated Brat more like a business partner than a wife. Then there were those rooting for Brat to reconnect with exes, stirring up even more drama. The online world was full of opinions, and none of them were quiet. People were picking sides, analyzing every move and waiting for more leaks. Now everyone's asking what comes next. Is Judy staying silent because she has a plan? Some think she's working on a comeback, maybe a podcast, a documentary, or even another reality show. There's talk about a custody appeal too. But Brat isn't just sitting around. She's already thinking forward. Word is, she might write a parenting book for queer moms. Some people see it as healing. Others think it might be her way of throwing subtle shade. Either way, she's clearly moving on. The big question now is, will this hurt their shared brand? Or will Brat come out even stronger? There are even whispers she might return to reality TV. This time, as a single mom with cameras following her. And what about co-parenting? Is that even on the table anymore? Nobody knows, and that mystery is keeping fans locked in. This story is far from over, and if Judy decides to clap back, it's going to be explosive. What do you think really happened behind closed doors? Was Brat protecting her peace, or hiding the truth? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you want the real tea, not the PR version. This isn't just a breakup. This is a custody war with secrets that haven't even come out. Was the news of the custody ruling spread? What people didn't see was the quiet heartbreak behind closed doors. Brat may have walked out of that courtroom with a legal win, but insiders say she looked emotionally drained. People who know her closely said she wasn't celebrating, she was reflecting. This wasn't just about taking custody of her son. It was about feeling like she had lost a partner she once thought she'd grow old with. Behind all the court drama, there was still a woman trying to protect her peace, even when it came at the cost of her marriage. She didn't look like someone who had won. She looked like someone who had been through a war and barely made it out. Judy, on the other hand, was nowhere to be seen. No statements, no posts, just silence. Some fans believe she's trying to process everything in private, but others say this isn't the first time she's gone quiet when things got tough. There's been growing talk that Judy's silence might be tied to legal reasons. Maybe she was warned not to say anything that could backfire in court. Still, it doesn't help the fact that people are starting to question her side of the story. Some have even accused her of using silence as a manipulation tool, letting Brat take all the public heat while she plans her next move in the background. Meanwhile, close friends of Brat have started speaking out subtly. One longtime friend reportedly said Brat had been walking on eggshells for months. Another person claimed Judy had started controlling who Brat could talk to and what she could post. These are the types of red flags that never made it to Instagram stories or TV interviews. It's the behind-the-scenes truth that's only now starting to leak out, and people are listening. Because for years the public saw Brat as the tougher one, the rapper with the strong voice and fierce presence. But now, fans are seeing her as something different. A protective mother who had to make one of the hardest decisions of her life. Some people still believe there's more to the story than either side is saying. They think both Brat and Judy are holding back out of fear, pain, or even future negotiations. What we see online might just be the tip of the iceberg. And while Brat continues to show strength, you can't help but wonder how she's really doing when the sea.
The first female rapper to ever sell 1 million records. I'm out the closet, living out loud with my baby, doing whatever the I want to do. Because
sleeping at night? Is she scared about raising a child on her own? Is she worried about what Judy might say next? Whatever comes next, one thing is certain. This story has already shaken fans to the core. It's no longer...
Thank you. Because the numbers, you can't tell me he only made you money off of one. She say he only made money off of one video when he was pouring out the drops. No, If my child wasn't making no money, you would have tore up that contract before I started asking you to tear up that contract. My child making something. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I may play it when I'm next to you, but I'm far from dumb, sis. I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. No. You dumb for thinking I was still going to be in that contract with you. You's dumb. Because that contract is done. It's done. I won't promote your stuff if my life depended on it.
Just a celebrity breakup. It's a complicated, emotional custody fight with pieces still missing. And until both sides speak their truth, all anyone can do is watch, speculate, and brace for the next reveal.